Please recognize the liver on top of the roof, but not above the law. Privilege speech.
Thank you, Your Honors. So this privileged speech is entitled On Top of the Roof, but Not Above the Law. It was morning of August 24, 2022, when about 100 persons deprived of liberty, or PDLs, for brevity, staged a protest on top of the roof on one of the buildings inside BJMP, or the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, Nanga, Pototan. The protesters raised placards and signages calling for the resignation of Jail Warden Chief Inspector Norberto Maciano and informing the governor that they are hungry. Following this incident, it went viral on the news and even caught the attention of national and international media. Several complaints have likewise ensued as more information started to flow in. There were allegations such as, and I quote, "Do halos hindi matulon nga pagkaon, may botelya kag bato nga bugas kag 60 pesos nga presyo sang sardinas." PDLs are different from prisoners. PDLs are those temporarily deprived of their liberty as they await for the judgment or are undergoing trial of their case. Some of them are women, others are senior citizens. Some have bailable cases, but due to poverty or some other reasons unknown to us, they are unable to secure the recommended amount of bail for their temporary liberty pending trial. Prisoners, on the other hand, are those who are already serving their sentence after final judgment of conviction. BJMP Nangan Pototan, my dear fellow members of the board, is comprised of PDLs and not prisoners. Granting arguendo that we are dealing with prisoners, they are incarcerated as a punishment for a crime, but they are not there to die of condemnation or worse, starvation. Nowhere it is stated in any judgment in any court of law that included in the sentence is starvation and other inhumane treatment, precisely because they are not among the allowable penalties provided by law. Section 20 of the Revised Penal Code of the Philippines provides that penalties are imposed for punishment, reformation, and rehabilitation. When you treat them inhumanely, you are not deterring lawlessness. You are merely brewing hatred and vengeance, quintessential ingredients for the commission of yet another crime. Plainly, the nature of our criminal penal law is reformative, not retributive. It is without a doubt that the management of Nanga is with BJMP. However, the PDLs are mostly constituents of the province of Iloilo, our very own constituents, my dear fellow members of the board. They are still fighting for their cases and preparing for their legal defenses in court. They have families waiting for them to be reintegrated back into society. They're inside Nanga BJMP not to serve their sentence, but so the court may secure their presence during trial. Most importantly, they are still all presumed innocent until proven guilty by final judgment of the proper court of law. It is a renowned principle of international law and adopted as a basis in a number of Philippine jurisprudence that it is better to run the risk of sparing the guilty than to condemn the innocent. If the allegations of human rights violations within BJMP Nanga are proven true, then we are at the verge of greater danger, where the protectors of peace have themselves become agents of injustice. In view of the foregoing, this representation as a chairperson of the Committee on Justice and Government and Human Rights, jointly with the Committee of Peace and Order, Public Safety and Order, would like to propose that a committee hearing or investigation be conducted as to what actually transpired, causing the PDLs of Pototan BJMP to stage a protest on top of the roof, calling for the resignation of jail warden and other allegations of corruption inside BJMP. In the same manner, it will also provide venue for the BJMP to explain their side of the issue, clarify matters which may or may not be true, and look into possible ways on how the province of Iloilo can assist. At the end of the day, we're all Filipinos, we're all human beings. No one is above the law, but the PDLs are on top of the roof at the instance of a ravenous stomach. Madamo salamat, mabuhay probinsya sang Iloilo.